What is up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here, coming at you with something new for the channel, but not something new for me, per usual. We got some Slipknot here today. The Devil and I from the Point .5 The Grey chapter, I assume is how you pronounce that. Now, I have heard a bit of Slipknot. I had forgotten how much of Slipknot I actually have heard. Like, in the grand scheme of all Slipknot, very little. But in the course of this one album, quite a bit. And I actually surprised myself. I haven't really explored a lot of Slipknot ever since high school. There's still a few that I still listen to every now and then. But for the majority, there's a lot of Slipknot I don't listen to. Or haven't listened to and whatnot. So I thought, maybe I start slowly expanding that with a song that a lot of people seem to listen to, react to, a lot of people make covers of, seem to like and whatnot. So I figured that'd be cool. So far, my experience with Slipknot, I've heard one song from the self-titled album, which is Wait and Bleed. And from Iowa, I've heard People Equal Shit, the Heretic Anthem, and I think I dabbled in Iowa itself, but I can't remember. I didn't check that one out. But the main one, which I think I want to say is the one that a lot of people get introduced to or spend the most time exploring or whatnot. I don't know. It could be incorrect. Of course, Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses. Like, I've listened to a lot of that album. Not all of it, but a lot of that album. As definitely by and large. I mean, until I hear more from other albums, because I've only heard like 2 songs a piece from like other albums, so it's hard to judge. But at the current moment, by and large, my favorite album. I've heard 3-0, Duality, The Opium of the People, Vermilion, Pulse of the Maggots, Before I Forget, Vermilion Part 2, and The Virus of Life. I've explored quite a bit of songs in that album back in high school. And I was actually listening, because I was looking through the names. I was like, I feel like I heard that song. And then I started playing. I was like, oh yeah, no, I remember this song very well. So yeah. That has been my experience with Slipknot as such so far, and I want to explore that a little bit. So here we are, expanding. I guess would be the better word. I don't know why I said explore. I want to expand that. So here we are to expand that. We have The Devil and I. The music video looks like it could be pretty cool. So I am ready to get into it. Let's drop it down here and have a good time. So I gotta go look something up real fast because there's gotta be a meaning in here, and I don't want to. It seems like it's deep, so I want to go peruse real fast before I make any assumptions on what the video is about, because I'm sure I'd be wrong. So I'll be right back. Okay. After a little perusing, I think I was like kind of right, but like maybe in a different way. But like it did look like at points like I was seeing like potentially like past masks or stuff they used to wear, or like for me is like the mask I'm used to them wearing, but they all seem to, well, most of them seem to be wearing different masks and what have you. And I feel like I saw some of the older masks in there, and it looked like they were all gathering around and killing the older masks and whatnot. So I was just like, is it like does that mean something? And also the massive amounts of self mutilation. I was just like, well, yeah, it's like it's horrific and whatnot, brutal and stuff, and that's, yeah. I mean, I would not put it past Slipknot to just do that for fun, and just have a person eating themselves alive, just for funsies and for shock value. I feel like it's got to mean something. It's not just insanely gory and fucked up for no reason, right? And yeah, no, it all has meaning. Just about every single way they die has a meaning and whatnot, or killing or mutilating themselves and what have you. Um, and yeah, it seems to all be about finding the battles inside yourself to be able to overcome and move past it and whatnot, and finding your demons of the past and whatnot. I can respect that. I can get behind that. I can respect that. I can't lie to you. I continued to watch it, but like I wasn't like a huge fan of watching someone eat themselves. That like I could do without that, but like I get it. It's gory. It's the shock value. I feel it. I feel it. I was just like really. I was just preparing myself. I was bracing for it because the dude with the crows and whatnot. I was just like, I know what crows do to people when they kill them, the body parts that they eat. I was just waiting for it to grab his eye and rip his eye out and start eating it. I was like, that's definitely something that they would do. And this video has proven to me that that is definitely some imagery I would see and whatnot. But it didn't happen. I was very happy about that. Uh, the other ones where they just blow themselves up, that was just funny. That was just kind of entertaining and funny. So yeah, uh, while I'm not like super stoked to watch the person just mutilating his own flesh again, we gotta go back to it. So the images were a little disturbing. I'm not a big fan of like super gory movies like Saw and Hostel and stuff. Like just watching human mutilation for the sake of human mutilations, like not really my thing. But like I can get over it, I guess. I'm not like really. I'm like not necessarily squeamish, but like biting your fingers off like that kind of does me in a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Like if they were just chopped off, it'd be like, oh, okay, blood and gore and whatnot. But like to self mutilate yourself like that it's just that gets me a little bit. But musically, that was a great song. Like musically, that was a really really good song. I loved hearing Corey do clean vocals, because a lot of the songs I've heard, that doesn't happen very often. Um, so listening to do a lot of clean vocals and then switching to some heavy, harsh yelling, screaming, and stuff in there as well. Kind of a good mix in there. Was really awesome. There's some sick blast beats and stuff going on from the instruments, and just overall some really good melodic lines in there, both instrumentally and vocally. So yeah, like good catchiness, great like meaning to the song, great message. Like all of this is just top notch. Don't really want to watch the video. Like most of it, I didn't have a problem with. It was just that one part. It was just the eating. It's just the eating of your own arm. Uh, that yeah, yeah. that does me up. I'm gonna try to just focus on lyrics during, especially during that section. But like I get it. Like that is like, I think it was like, what is it, like the DJ of the group or something, or whatever it was. I don't remember. But it was like his most important body parts. So not having those and having those getting messed up, it's pretty much needs those to play music. So that's terrifying. And I agree. Like the same thing. Like why I'm like absolutely terrified to lose my hearing or whatnot. Because like I really need that. Like it would be it's horrifying for a lot of people to lose their hearing, but also when you're a musician and that's like really important to performing and being able to hear yourself and whatnot. Thought of losing my hearing is terrifying. So like, yeah, I could see that being a thing. Anyways, anything that would be for me, and if I was in the video or whatnot like that'd probably be my thing. Which would probably result in some kind of Gary Hedonic fucking screwdriver in the fucking ear kind of thing. Just blood pouring into. Anyways, so let's go back through this. I kind of like, I don't know. I stopped writing after a while, and then I wrote one more thing down at the end. So like we kind of could go through most of this really. It's just in the beginning some nice blast beats, tons of different riff changes in there that were really had a really good good sound to them, a good vamp to them that I want to check out. Plus, one of them, I don't know if it was specific. They have so many members, it's hard to know what when you're not that well versed with Slipknot. It's hard to know if he's the drummer specifically, or if he's like the niche percussionist. I don't know what you would call him in the group, but he had two big old bass drums, and he was just playing those like timpani. That's fucking cool. That was fucking awesome. So I noticed that when they came in there. That was fucking awesome. So I want to check out all of that before everything comes down, brings it all down around 1 minute and 1 minute 5 seconds, and we get into Corey's vocals here. So let's explore, shall we, and kind of ignore violent parts. That was great. Okay, well, we just got into it, but oh yeah, there's the DJ. That's the disc jockey. I can see it. I don't think that was the. I don't know. I don't know if they switched masks or not. No idea. Whatever. So yeah, just right out the gate, just such a catchy melodic riff, just coming out. And I know that Slipknot's been known to do that from time to time. They have some great riffs that come in, which is why I enjoyed listening to Slipknot, because usually I don't like very extreme thrashing kind of metal bands in general, but I've always liked Slipknot, even though that they have sections that's just that, because they always have these very melodic and catchy riffs that come in that really break up some of the heaviness and whatnot, and make it more musical instead of just a wall of sound just for the sake of a wall of sound, which is why I don't really care for many thrash metal kind of groups. So yeah, just really demonstrating their amazing melodic riffs just right in the opening of the song is really cool. I love those. I love those. It's not tonguing. Those tripled blast beats in like that. Those nice little blast beats in there. It's just fucking sick. I love that. Yeah. I love that. Does he have those bass drums pitched to different tones there? Because that's what it sounds like. Different pitches, when different timbres to them. Because I would imagine so. Otherwise, why would you need to? But yeah, that's cool that he has them tuned to where they're just very like thick and bassy. It very much sounds like toms on a drum kit or drum set. I think it's technically the same. Not sure. Not 100% positive that's correct. Um, but like even deeper and even like kind of thicker and wetter, slappy sound to it. As that's sick. I love that. Da 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 da. Like it's just all these very interesting riffs that are just coming in, adding on to the mix, taking off of the mix, and everything that's happening. Just some of them are just nice, fast, like very quick strumming, nice rhythmic passages, and then the other one just had these beautiful melodicness to it, and it's going back and forth, rapid succession. It's so catchy. That's so catchy. That's good stuff, man. I love that punch in there. Da 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 da. It just has that nice, just like it's punchiness to those notes. That's cool. Yeah, we don't need to about that. Yeah, everything just kind of comes down and had those nice, beautiful chords. And there's something in there I wanted to check real fast. Hold on. Yeah, there. Dum 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 dum. Something going on with the rhythm there. I'm trying to figure out what is making it. What are they doing to make it more separated and kind of like right in the end, like right either right at the off right in the upbeat or like right at the right before it gets to the upbeat. Hold on. I think it's off, off, on, on. Is that what it is? It could be on, off, off, on. Yeah, I think it is just syncopated. I think it's switching between being on the beat and between off the beat, so it makes it feel like it's separated, but then it's back on the beat, so it has this very interesting kind of flow to that rhythm there. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that shake up. Onto these chains, my friend. I'll show you the rage I've hidden. Yeah, very beautiful melody line there. Nice clean vocals in there. Has this kind of interesting like not vibrating, not maybe a little bit of an echoey effect on the vocals and whatnot. Kind of like warbly, watery kind of a vibration to it. Interesting. Um, but yeah, just like straight out of the line, undo these chains. I'll show you the rage I've hidden. Kind of, you know, yeah, you find your past demons and you know the stuff you put on yourself or whatever. Yeah, okay, okay. Perish the sacrament. Swallow, but nothing's forgiven. You and I can't decide. Love that da 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 da. Like going up, actually like third or fourth there, repeating that phrase. As a nice transposition there. I like that. Very catchy, very beautiful. Which of us was taken for granted? So before we get to this chorus here, and I work my hardest not to see the self mutilation and what have you. Um, I got distracted by that, and now I can't remember what I was going to say. Hold on, let me hear that again. Ah, yeah. I don't know if this is one of those things that like I'm just out of the loop, and it's going to set off a tidal wave of "fuck you." I don't know. Found that one with Baby Metal. That was fun. Um, I don't know if this is a point of contention, so please, I don't. If it is, I don't give a fuck. You don't need to. 20 people don't need to tell me about it. Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Um, I don't know. Just that mask that Corey got ain't really doing it for me. Seems a little simplistic. I don't know if it's specifically for this one to be some kind of like message, like putting on a mask and taking off the mask or whatnot, and just kind of more bare bones underneath or whatnot. I don't know if it's for a message or whatnot, but I kind of like his old mask better. You know what I mean? From Subliminal Verses. I think that one was pretty sick. And I feel like if you're gonna switch it, it's probably like a step forward. But I don't know if they like have a bunch of different masks and they just rotate out to different ones, or if they just move on like new album, new mask. I don't know. I really don't know how it works with Slipknot. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have no clue how it works. I'm just saying. I don't know. Just a little basic, a little like. But I don't know if that's like highly debated. Everyone's just like, no man, you gotta switch. Like all you people are just like, oh old mess, fuck you. I'm like I don't come at me, man. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying, like the old mess is, I don't know, kind of cool in my opinion, but it's whatever. It's whatever, I don't know. Yeah. So let's get to this. Let's get to this chorus and kind of like not look and just enjoy the mix between the clean and the harsh in this chorus here. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I'll just let it sit there. Why not? I guess I can see a still frame of it. It's fine. I just don't want to see the process, I guess. So, yeah. I don't know why there's forward slashes in the lyrics. Maybe it's like truly see the separation between the two or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I like that. The step inside, you know, see the devil inside me and whatnot. I like that. See the devil in my. And then that all very harsh vocals and whatnot. Then switching over to clean vocals, very beautiful melodic lines. Too many times we've let it come to this. You realize I'm not your devil anymore. Like like looking inside yourself and like accepting these thoughts and emotions and whatnot, so that you can overcome them and move on from them and whatnot. So you realize I'm not your devil anymore. Like moving on from them and whatnot. Good lyrics. Good lyrics. I like these. Let me hear that all again. I like the switching that fast. You know, that's all good. I think the audience here are all kind of wearing these like masks and like what was it called? Like leggings? Not leggings. Stockings or something. I assume that's more symbolism and whatnot, and like all wearing these sacks and whatnot. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Not sure what it is though. Not making the connection there, but it's cool nonetheless. But yeah, it's just God. I like that it gets the fast part when it gets more melodic, and then more just kind of more chorus, dun 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 dun, and then like switching back and forth between that. really making a clear distinction between the two different singing styles within the chorus. That's really cool. Da, da, da. That's nice. If I find like I can see it in the side, if I'm not directly watching it, it's fine. So I don't need to cover it, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's so catchy. Da 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 da. Like, that's sick. That's nice. But what was it? Oh yeah, that harmony in there. That harmony he's got with himself in there. That is nice. Okay. Fucking A. Alright, is there... I think we have. I think it's kind of similar during this next section here. Let's jump a little in and let's get a little listen here. Where is your will, my friend? Insatiate, never even bother. You and I on the right. I love these vocal lines. They're very beautiful. And I've noticed when I was perusing some lyrics and listening to songs to remind myself, oh yeah, I have listened to this song. Because it's like, I heard the title and was like, I'm pretty sure I listened to the Heretic album. I saw the beginning. I was like, oh yeah, isn't that like that weird echoey, well, not weird, but echoey voice, like 8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 5, isn't that? I just started hearing like, oh yeah. But reading some of their lyrics and listening to it and whatnot, they use a lot like, wow, if we talk about pissing people off. I know there's a war, I guess, from at least what it sounds like from just titles. I never watched the videos, but titles of videos that I've seen on YouTube. There's a war between like Slipknot, either Slipknot and Mushroomhead, or Slipknot fans and Mushroomhead fans. I assume it's just because they're in similar, not the same, but similar genres of music, and they both wear masks. That one of them's like, oh, you stole this from us, and all of a sudden there's a war between the fans and whatnot. I don't care. I'm not here to get mixed up in a war. I like both, and I'm not going to choose one over the other. I'm going to choose both, and whatever your opinion is, cool, great. I don't need to hear about it. Thank you. I feel like I have to keep telling the comments recently have just been going crazy on my channel. So I feel like now more than ever I'm telling people to please fuck off. I don't need to hear about these fights and these arguments and these wars and stuff. I'm not interested. Please. Thank you. I feel like I have to say that now more than ever. Man, it's driving me crazy. Y'all need to fucking chill, dog. People need to chill these days. There's a reason I mentioned Mushroomhead. Oh yeah, I like Mushroomhead. They like to use kind of very advanced words, very sophisticated language and whatnot. So I see certain words like insatiates, never even bother, and stuff like that. It's just like the word choice in here is very sophisticated. It's very I don't know if intellectual is the right. Well, yeah, I'd say intellectual because the way they use the words to get the points across, I think, is very intelligently done. So, yeah, this is very sophisticated, very intelligent language going on in the lyrics and whatnot. I think it just really brings it to another level for the lyrical content here. It's just really cool in general. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. Let's kick it off back to around the chorus is section here, because at about 30-ish seconds we get to a very sick breakdown. I want to hear that again. Interesting enough, the peeling away of the face down to the skeleton, well, that didn't really bother me that much. It's just like, again, I think it's like, obviously, your skin should be intact and it shouldn't be a skeleton and whatnot, but it's like the removal of things that like really shouldn't be removed. Like I've seen face removal and stuff like that before, but like just thinking how delicate your fingers are and just the thought of ripping them off and like your muscle like that's disturbing. Like peeling the face away, like I feel like that's been happening for years. Like I've gotten used to that one, but still someone munching on their fingers. I'm not ready for that. Anyways. So this is the part where it really seemed like they were killing maybe past versions of themselves or something like that. I think that's the metaphor, but I'm not like 1,000,000% positive. I like that with this awesome fucking grooving riff up in here. This heavy groove in that riff. And just they yell out, "I'm not your devil anymore." That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Your station is abandoned. Fooled you 'cause I know what you've done. Yeah, now we get into this nice kind of separated rhythm here. It has this kind of like spoken rap nature to it. I like this. Now we just have this just crazy what do you even call this? Like it's technically not blast beats, but just nonstop, just absolutely thrashing crazy stuff right here. I love it. Those drums though. That fill though. Let's go. That's it. I love it. That fucking slide on the guitar that kind of stopped all the music for a second before it came back into the chorus. That's cool. I like that. So I don't know if like this guy has, I guess, fear of birds is what I read. I don't know if the other person's afraid of being attacked by a dog. I'm not sure. But it happened. Dude got fucking wrecked. I got handed to just dogs here in general. Like whenever, especially I see like super trained dogs, especially like police dogs and whatnot. Like I'm very impressed by just how not only strong dogs are, but how intelligent they can be as well. But just like God, just that action jump, like the dog literally leaving the fucking air, getting on top of you and pulling you down. Like that's some crazy shit. Just like the raw sheer muscle that canines and felines have. Even cats. Like, have you ever been whacked by a cat? They put some muscle in that. Just like boom, they just fucking whack you, man. Like they get, fucking animals have some really just thick corded muscle, man. And fucking with them is probably not a great idea. I mean, it's probably why we have guns and stuff. Because if animals decide to take over, I think we're beating them in a fist fight, man. They strong. Man, this outro just has bringing in that great riff from before, just with this awesome constant eighth, 16th note firing away drums going on. Just there's such great energy to it. Great mix of yelling and just harsh vocals in general coming from Corey. Just solid shit right here. That's a little kind of that raising, as Elizabeth likes to call it, Valley Girl kind of harsh vocals there. Very nice. Love that. Love that sound from Corey. Nice little crazy laugh there at the end too. Just clean up the body parts. Love that fucking bass drum in there, man. That's awesome. Now, obviously, this can be disturbing for people in general. When I saw that, I was like, I mean, I guess you want to make sure that you're dead and whatnot, but like, I don't know, you're hanging yourself. I think the fire's a little bit of overkill, man. Like, I mean, I guess that's the point, but like, I think we could do with one or the other. I don't think you need both. Interesting. Raising siren sound there. All right. You know, besides the hard to see images, but again, I understand why. If you're gonna prove a point, you might as well take it to the extreme. Like I feel that. I feel that for sure. But besides the disturbing images, this is a really, so it was like a great step back into Slipknot here. Very, very beautiful melodic song, but it still has some of those thrashing blast beat. I guess you could say idioms or tropes or whatnot, but characteristics of Slipknot music in there. So it's getting the best of both worlds of Slipknot's worlds mixed into one. So it's a great song to come back to on. Makes me very interested to check out more. A little nervous about the music videos going forward, but it's okay. We'll face them as we come to them. But yeah, that was good. I quite enjoyed that. I wanted to make a joke because it's not really a joke. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I get it that there's people that are passionate about bands and groups and stuff, and that's awesome because I love me a couple groups as well. I mean, I don't go ape shit and learn research every tiny bit of information that I possibly can from them, but I understand why people do. I swear every time it's like, oh, first time for this band on this channel, someone sends me a comment. Most comments about this big, about this big or whatnot. Send me a comment about this big, about their entire fucking history and life story with a million fucking links of suggestions and stuff. It's just like, I appreciate your passion, and I love that you're so super into this band. Like, that's awesome. I know music's powerful and it's healing and it's great, and I love music. But like, if I wanted to know this information, I have Google, man. I could just Google it. Like, I don't really need I really don't need to read your 10-page paper on the band, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can just Google it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I really wanted to learn more, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times about certain elements and stuff, I know someone's going to tell me about it because, like, I learn afterwards. Because a lot of times And I know that I'm sure this is how a lot of um, reactors work, to where it's like, they're doing reactions all the time, and it's kind of like their job and whatnot, so they don't spend a lot of time perusing either additional content or watching other people react to it. I'm sure a lot of people do that, but not everyone does that. So I understand the desire to be like, oh, let me fill you in about this, so maybe you have time to read this. You don't, you don't have to, because you probably won't go out and investigate on your own. I usually do. So usually when I watch someone else, they do the research for me, and I learn it that way by watching someone else's reaction video. Um, so someone will be like, "Oh, by the way, there's this lore about it." It's like, I already know. Thank you. So like I understand why people do it, but it's just like I've probably already done it. Just so you know. I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna go watch people do reaction video of this, because I don't know if I can continue to watch gory mutilation, but I'll think about it. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate your comments. I don't want this to like drive you away from commenting and stuff. It's just like maybe keep the comments like under 1 million characters if you absolutely possibly can. That's all I'm asking. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking. I love that. I love that you're super excited about the band and you want to tell me as much information as you possibly can. Like, I get that. It's just like I just see that wall of text and I'm just like, I don't really want to read this. I'm not in school anymore. I don't have to read a book if I don't want to. But I do appreciate your passion. I'm glad that you guys love music, because music is beautiful. Music is wonderful. So thank you all for joining me. No idea what I'm going to listen to next with Slipknot, when I'll be back with Slipknot, etc., etc., etc. Slipknot's awesome. I've always enjoyed Slipknot, even though it's music. It has a lot of elements in the music that is not really like what I would say I would listen to a lot in metal. They've always been like the exception to that rule. Like, again, I think the melodicness of their instrumentation, especially the guitars and stuff, have always broken through that, like, I don't like that wall of sound kind of trope that I have. And they make it not just a wall of sound, and I think that's what has made me really enjoy the heaviness, the super heaviness of it, but without it being too much. I think Slipknot has found the perfect remedy, and I think that that's why they are so, one of the many reasons why they are so incredibly popular, especially in the metal game. So I do love me some Slipknot. They're really good. So I assume we'll eventually come back to them. Not sure when, not sure with what song, but we'll find out together, won't we? So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.